Their agreement is with Adeleke, not Osun voters. Nigerians react as Keyamo says agreement is agreement ahead of 2027 election. Reactions have begun trailing comments by the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, after he congratulated Osun State Governor Adeleke on his re-election and reminded him of his earlier endorsement of President Bola Tinubu for the 2027 presidential election, declaring that agreement is agreement. Keyamo, in a post on X on Sunday, described Adeleke's victory in Saturday's Osun governorship election as historic and praised the governor for what he called his public and unequivocal endorsement of Tinubu's second term ambition. He said, "Huge congratulations to Governor Adeleke on his historic victory in the governorship election in Osun State," Keyamo wrote. He added, "Thank you, Governor Adeleke, for the public and unequivocal endorsement of President Bola Tinubu at official bat for the 2027 presidential election. You are a man of integrity and honor. Agreement is agreement." Which is agreement? Yoruba will say, "Ẹ jẹ́ ká pé wèrè ní bọ́dà, kó lè bàjẹ́ ká rọ́nà lọ." You think the man doesn't know what he's doing? Endorsement in mouth now. Of course, he will endorse you. And does that mean that you now want people to vote for you? Or you think that because of his endorsement, the people of Osun State will now vote for you? I don't know, they might want to vote for you, but really, the endorsement is just so that you will allow him be peaceful as the governor of Osun State, because they've seen the shege you showed for Bara now. As he has entered now, it's not as if people are happy, but people can still decide to frustrate him as the governor of Osun State. So he has done the necessary thing. Let me just, make I tell them, say, bro, so how you do, so that they can allow you to go in peace and enjoy. That's exactly what Adeleke is doing. It doesn't necessarily mean that, oh yes, he's actually endorsing the president. The reference to an agreement has, however, generated reactions from Nigerians, with some arguing that whatever political understanding may exist between Adeleke and Tinubu cannot bind Osun voters exactly. And those Osun voters, I respect them. They know exactly what they are doing. You cannot bind people because they are doing agreement is agreement. It's not as if you want to hold everybody's hand and be pressing APC on the ballot paper. It's not possible. One reaction stated, the agreement is with Adeleke, not with Osun voters. Exactly. Adeleke will vote Tinubu, and that's just one vote. So the rest, to concern people of Osun State. Osun will vote their choice come 2027, and it will be based on performance. They should rather focus on making life easier for people than relying on any agreements. The reaction reflects concerns that political endorsement by governors or other influential politicians should not be interpreted as automatically transferring the votes of their supporters or residents of their states to another candidate. Those expressing this opposition insist that Osun voters will independently assess the performance of the federal government and other issues affecting their lives before determining who to support in 2027. Keyamo remarks followed Adeleke's victory in the August 15 governorship election. The Independent National Electoral Commission declared Adeleke candidate of the Accord Party winner after he polled 511,067 votes, defeating his closest challenger, Bola of the All Progressive Congress, who scored 444,815 votes. You see that 444,000 votes there? I can bet anything that they padded it for them because they did not win up to this amount. It's not possible. Nobody voted for APC in Osun State. The state returning officer and vice chancellor of the Federal University of Adeleke, Professor Joshua Ogunwole, announced the result at about 7:24 a.m. on Sunday. Vice Chancellor of Adeleke, Ekiti people, they supposed to go cover their eyes in shame. Bread, now they use by them. Bread. According to the figures announced, the election recorded 1,010,684 accredited voters, while the total valid voters stood at 985,079. Keyamo's reference to political agreement came against the backdrop of Adeleke's earlier public support for Tinubu's 2027 presidential election. While the minister praised Adeleke for keeping faith with that position, reactions to his comments have shifted attention to whether such political understanding can translate into votes in 2027, with critics insisting that the electorate rather than political stakeholders will ultimately make that decision. Ogabo says, please tell your principal that Nigerians are hungry and pass through turbulence time. How can one word for almost 4 years without saving a kobo? Dayo says, from 2027, Governor Adeleke and his Osun people will vote en bloc for Tinubu to the chagrin of those attempting to measure the Saturday global polls outcome in Osun State. With the 2027 presidential election in Nigeria, both elections are incomparable. Those jubilating that the APC has incurred the nation's wrath will regret their stance. Which stance are they regretting? In the most humiliating fiasco, if people won't vote APC, is it NDC they will vote? What's wrong with voting NDC? Someone says, Keyamo should just shut up his mouth. Friday says, you have agreement with him. What is the APC governor doing in Osun State election? Those ones, they don't even have shame. Papa Choma says, Dondi knows that his job is done and over once his master and savior loses the forthcoming election. Una no go buy well. Poverty makers in chief will use $1.3 billion to innovate an airport. Single terminal. Bloody criminals. As the says, agreement is the same person people want to kick out by all force because the people of Osun State stood by him. Today you come and say, remember that agreement will buy you, idiots. Atman says Tinubu will lose in Osun State again because even those APC voters will vote for Peter Obi when the time comes. People all over the world based on performance and how Tinubu APC has affected their lives. The governor promising Tinubu is all politics today. Nobody is owing him anything, period. Okay. Oscar says you have an agreement and you people APC are pushing him for this failure. Animals in human form, we should not forget that Adeleke has only one vote. Yes. Even if in a agreement, it's only one person that he will be able to vote for. I want to say, I think say this man and a person papa. And a person papa now. HR says the masses in Osun State voted for Adeleke because he dances, but Tinubu does not dance. You are very funny. Now this one, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.